Since the beginning of video games, developers have made games that are appropriate for all age groups, genders, genres, anything you can think of. Having a variety and a balance of all types of games can make or break a console, developer, or publisher. Despite all these efforts of creativity to keep this balance in place, it just seems like a majority of games tend to fall prey to being created gender specific, predominantly towards males. Not saying that these games were made specifically for males, it just seems that the majority of them are being played by males.
So let's be real for a moment. Most girls hate video games, and unfortunately they suck at them. Now, what can you do? Well, for you lucky bastards out there who have a girlfriend who can keep up with you, then good for you. What you need to do is develop cloning and hook a brother up. But until then, the rest of us are stuck with trying to find some video games that at least keep the girl even on the couch, or more or less holding a controller other than cleaning up the room for her Sensi party with her girlfriends.
Never fear, my fellow retro gaming confidants. I, AdamOS, I've created a list just for you so that you can break down that Berlin Wall of gender diversity in video gaming. And maybe with a little bit of luck, some scented candles, chai, mocha, frappuccino thingy, whatever, you can turn date night into game night. Let's check them out.
Not all of you will have a Sega 32X plugged in and ready to go, but if you've ever had a desire to own one and have a girlfriend who would rather add holiday-inspired recipes to her Pinterest folders, maybe this is the game that will be that final push you need. Colibri is a shoot 'em up with the perfect mix of cute graphics, noob level difficulty, fun music, and best of all, you control a hummingbird. If this game doesn't intrigue her, then I suggest keeping her far away from cutting her hair and buying denim capris, cause she's one Tori Amos song away from leaving you. The degree of difficulty in this game is the selling point for amateur players. You will first notice that every shot is like a homing missile, directed towards the closest target. Even as your, well, call it a weapon, is upgraded, it still goes straight for the next closest target. This makes aiming completely unnecessary, allowing the player to feel skilled and far less nervous, creating a more relaxed gameplay. The enemies in this game are an assortment of insects, chameleons, frogs, flowers, and even crystals, and turds stuffed with bees? I don't know, all in which seem to go down with one shot, and the amount of power-ups and shields can easily keep you alive throughout each level. Unlike most shoot-em-ups, you don't need power-ups to move fast, because in this game, you constantly are flying at full speed. The only boss in the entire game is the final boss, which can be beaten with your eyes closed and one hand, allowing her to, comment on Facebook on how awesome her boyfriend is for finding her such a cute game to play. Yeah, we'll go with that. Colibri isn't a very long game. With minimal deaths, you can finish it in under 90 minutes, the same amount of time it takes to watch The Notebook, Twilight, or any other movie starring Kate Hudson. I actually enjoyed playing this game a lot, despite losing a testicle and donating my savings account to the SPCA. Damn you, Sarah McLachlan!
In the arms of the angel.
The game averages about $40 on eBay, but taking her to the Third Reich of cinema, the movie theater, will cost you just the same. So instead of wasting your money on Finding Dory in 3D, pick up a copy of Colibri for the 32X. It's kind of a badass for-a-dame game. See what I did there? Alliteration. Kind of like chick flick but dame game, because it's a game and yeah, I'll stop now. Just about every gamer girl I've ever talked to has put in an obsessive amount of time into a sim game at some point in their gaming career. It's a game that even attracts non-gamer girls because of its realistic and, of course, manipulative gameplay features. The most common sim games feature the ability to create and control a person and their interactions. In SimCity for Super Nintendo, you're constructing a city, not controlling a person. Pitching this game to your already hesitant and Chipotle-deprived girlfriend can be a little difficult, but with a good sales pitch, a mild avocado dip, and the infinite money cheat, that should really seal the deal enough to get started. SimCity can be the most relaxing, or most frustrating game to play. So knowing her level of patience, creativity, and of course time of month can determine how long, or how short, your SNES and chill date will last. Despite its lack of graphics and repetitious soundtrack, SimCity is a very laid-back yet strategic game. Two qualities that most females find enticing in both male companions in video games. Also, having less than adequate graphics and sounds can be turned into a positive by more experienced players, replacing the sounds with her favorite music and telling her that this game is so laid back that we can spend time getting to know each other while playing will make any girlfriend feel impressed and interested. The gameplay is exactly what you would expect to be, but be warned, if you've never played this game before, it can be a bit confusing. Just like planning any good date, you should do your research to make sure everything goes smoothly and according to plan. When it comes to SimCity, I suggest knowing what each symbol means and playing the game a few hours before the date. Playing this game for the first time on your date will end it quicker than farting while she's reading a text from someone named Ian Thick Dick Anderson.
Make it rain, train, make it.
Having the booklet that comes with the game is insanely helpful with instructions for how to get a city started, what all the icons mean, disasters, and pretty much everything else you could want to know. For you cheap asses out there, you can download a PDF of the booklet online. Just Google search it. Well, that's SimCity. On to the next one, on to the next one. Game 3, Clu Clu Land. Just the name itself, Clu Clu Land, is cuteness overload for even your softball pitcher butch of a girlfriend. Everything about this game is adorable. The red squishy character you control, the happy bouncy music in the background, the springy sound effects, and even the pictures you create to complete the level. The very first level has you making a giant 8-bit heart out of coins. How conventionally charming. So here's a quick rundown of the game. The goal is to complete the hidden picture by making coins appear. The coins appear by moving your red bouncy character through the openings where the coins exist. You won't know where the coins are until you pass through them. Kind of like wondering where your money disappeared to, then finding your girlfriend's new wardrobe in the closet. There is one attack that freezes the enemies. You can kill them by pushing them into a wall, but I found it easier to just keep them frozen. Controlling your character can take a few minutes to get used to, but the gist of it is that you continuously move forward until you extend your arm and swing around the dots throughout the level. After you complete the picture, you go to the next level, complete the picture, and so forth. So why is this a girlfriend game? Well, I think it has the perfect blend of gaming elements that female minds can enjoy. The gameplay is the same basic thing over and over throughout the entire game, only getting slightly harder as it progresses. A slow and steady difficulty is perfect for someone with little to no patience in losing a video game. As mentioned before, everything has the cuteness factor that will keep her wondering what adorable picture is up next. And best of all, the game is rather short, only about 20 levels or so. With a little bit of practice, you could easily beat this game within 30 to 40 minutes, or the time it takes to watch another terrible episode of Red is the New Chinese, or whatever you watch on your Netflix and dry hump dates. Clu Clu Land is a fairly uncommon game that can set you back about $20 online, but I've seen them at the local game stores for a bit cheaper, mainly because it's a black box game that many people are not familiar with. If you have a Famicom, you can score this game for $5 all day. Even if your girlfriend leaves you for some idiot who plays Call of Duty Fag Ops, It's a fun game that I periodically put in for a quick run through. And trust me, if she leaves you for someone who's playing Call of Duty, consider it a blessing in disguise. Knowing what games to stay away from are just as important as which to play. The first game that comes to mind is Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, it's a classic, and she may have even heard of the name before, but when she gets her ass handed to her in the first couple enemies, you can consider the date over before it even began. It's just too difficult of a game to start with, so put it on the back burner. Another iconic game that you will want to stay away from is Sonic the Hedgehog. Although it's filled with fun music, cute graphics, and a character everyone knows, Sonic games are very intense and can lead to a high amount of frustration. She will forever associate you with putting a ring on it as being a mistake. Lastly, don't play any Barbie games or Sesame Street games. Yes, they are simple games, but that's because they're made for children. What better way to say, I think you have the mindset of a 5-year-old than playing a game where you feel accomplished by putting clothes on. Trust me, this game will remind her that keeping her clothes on is her top priority.
Well, hopefully some of these games helped you out. If not, maybe my next list of games I come up with can help you get to second base, or third base, or picked off at first. Well, whatever baseball analogy you want to use, that's my list today. Thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out for other videos. Keep an eye out for part 2, girlfriend games, and I'll see you all later. What is up, my fellow YouTubers? Check this, right? You might know this by now, but I am not just on YouTube. I am on I'm on Twitch. That's right. You want to come see me do this stuff live? You want to have some conversations? You want to talk some games, talk some, I don't know, whatever you want. Go here, watch me play some games. Let's have some fun. Also, follow me on Twitter. This way we can talk about what we like to play, what you want me to play. Maybe I can throw a poll your way. You can vote, see what's going on. And of course, if you haven't done it already, please go hit that follow button on Twitch, hit that subscribe button right here, and like this video, show me some love, let me know you like what I'm doing. And as always, folks, peace.